So my parents apparently decided to take me to the hospital. I remember hearing conversation about, now's your time to shine, you love being dramatic, scream, cause a big scene. And I remember getting to the hospital, I guess the emergency room, and people pushing me because they were trying to have me sit in a wheelchair, and I kept falling out of the wheelchair because I was just crumpling to the floor, and they kept pushing me, and I was like, please stop. And they kept saying if she's really that sick, it would speed things along if she could vomit, like on cue. And so they got me into a room, like the curtain room, I guess, in the back of the ER. And I remember they kept wanting me to lay on the bed, which is the most painful. Please don't make me lay flat on my back. That is the most painful. And like lurching forward and begging, please don't make me lay on my back. It hurts so bad. And they kept saying, well, we need you to, and like pushing me back down. I was like, please, it hurts so bad. Please just let me lay on my side. Let me do anything. Please just stop. And then something happened. A nurse told me, I bet you are in a lot of pain. Don't worry. If you can handle this, you can handle anything. They say this is worse than childbirth. I remember that. Her very southern draw, and also being like, I'm not pregnant. What are you talking about? Like, just chaos in my brain. At some point, I was in a room, like, I guess laying down, and I saw an arm coming at my mouth, a very hairy man's arm. And I could see either like a gold bracelet or a gold necklace, something like felt very Italian, like just, and I heard somebody go, wait, I think she's awake. And then immediately being back asleep. And then waking up at another point, and I'm going down a hall, and there's a gentleman pushing, big guy. And I remember feeling safe, like he was very safe, his energy was safe. And I'm being wheeled down a hall because I'm seeing the lights go by. And I remember telling him, wait, where are you taking me? I'm naked. And he's like, it's okay, honey, we're going to take care of you. And then I don't remember much after that. But then I woke up, and I was in a bed, no context on where I am. And my mom's in a recliner next to me, asleep. And I look out the window, and I'm at like the top of a tree. So like I must be up high, which was weird. Why am I in the sky? And then I thought, that tree is so beautiful. So beautiful. Which made me say something to the effect of like, why am I in the sky? Something asking that. And my mom just, oh my God, you're awake. And my dad sitting up. And I was like, why are you in here? And there was like a bed at the foot of my bed, which was weird. And Dad left and went out in the hall. And so I'm watching him leave. And on this side, balloons, stuffed animals, flour, like it's chaos. Just all kinds of stuff. And I chuckle and I say, good Lord, do you think I almost died? And my mom got very upset. And it turns out I almost did. Because apparently it wasn't because I was fat, and it wasn't because I was lying, and it wasn't because I was dramatic, and it wasn't because I didn't want to go to school, and it wasn't my hormones, and it wasn't because I was a girl. My gallbladder exploded. My gallbladder was so full of stones, it actually ruptured, tore, and released all the stones into my body. And my fever spiked well over 105. They told my parents if I even woke up, I was going to be brain damaged. My hair was really long. We cut it all off, so I had no hair. At one point, I can hear my marching band director's voice. What? And I can hear it coming down the hall, and I thought, I must be hallucinating at this point. And he comes in, and if you know him, he's his own personality. He's a big energy. And he goes, I knew you were just faking it. You're fine. Get up. Good for you. Just something to that effect. Okay, why is my teacher here? And it's because they had given such bad odds that I wasn't going to make it, and I wasn't going to be okay. And apparently, from what I was told, I don't have the medical records, and apparently neither does the hospital, based on a video I shared not too long ago. All of this has been lost. But what I was told was that when it ruptured, all of the stones went in, like, think of like a shotgun, went into my liver, pancreas, intestines, just, and they didn't know if they'd be able to get all the stones laparoscopically. It was a big deal. They were struggling. And then even then, because I had gotten so far gone, they weren't sure that if and when I woke up, I wouldn't be brain damaged or struggling or something, which is a family joke to this day, that, I'm brain damaged. But yeah, it was my gallbladder, which then led to a whole trajectory of problems, which I'll make another video about that because it's wild, the journey that this has taken me on. Crazy. And the excuse they gave, because we all have to cover our butt, is this never happens to anybody young. Like there's no way we could have guessed that an 18-year-old was having gallbladder problems. That's crazy. That's crazy. We've never